Hello, everybody. This is Becky at Beck's Creations, and I wasn't on yesterday. I was still recovering from the booster shot for the shingles vaccine, and so I figured today we would just do a random project I came across. But before we do that, I'm going to go over what we got at the Goodwill today and share the mail I got. So we're going to set these aside and talk about them in a minute. That's what all this is our project for today over here. So I'm going to share what I got at the Goodwill first. I've taken the addresses off this. I got my box from Beth. But let me grab something off Scott's desk. Okay. So off Scott's desk, he's found this at Goodwill today. It's really old, very rusty, but knowing him, he's going to bring it back to life. And it was $4. It's got a wooden handle bit here, and it's an adjustable wrench. Ouch, pinches your fingers if you're not careful. So that was Scott's treasure from today. So I'm going to put that back on his desk so it'll be where he left it. Hi, Mina. Hi, Giovanna. So let's put that back over here. It's really heavy too. Oh, that was like $4. Then I got this. It's a Coleman emergency blanket for $1. I'm going to give it to my son to put in his glove box because he likes to take road trips, and I thought it could come in handy. And I got Hug and Snug seam binding. It's a full roll for $1.89. And then the last thing was a $1 book. Confessions of an Organized Homemaker. I thought it could be an interesting read. It says the secrets of uncluttering your home and taking control of your life. So I'm going to read through this and see if it tells me something more than, I don't already know. So I might learn something new. So welcome, everybody. That was what I picked up thrifting. We spent a whopping $8. So now I'm going to open this up that Beth sent me real quick like. And then we'll play for a little while. Ooh, it's a pair of Clarks. No. What's an organized homemaker? Good question. I used to be one when my son was little. She used her wood burning box for this. Oh, wow. She said it was a packed box, not just the envelope she was supposed to send. So, oh, isn't that sweet? Some sweet wallpaper. That would be pretty on the cover of a journal. It would have to be a pretty big journal, but if I covered it in black paper and then put this on top, that'd be real pretty. That's pretty too. All right, so we'll just take it out and set it over. And she's got some fabric here. That might be big enough for a little bag. She's got some quotes that I could cut out and put on stuff. Quotes and words. So hi, Brittany. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn the autofocus off. Let me do that really quick. I always forget to do that before I come on here. Camera control. Maybe I'll bring you in a little closer too. Okay, now it should not bounce around quite so much. And I think I pushed the camera back some earlier. Hi, Mina, Giovanna, Kimberly, 557, Gigi. Hi, Mrs. Gigi. So let's see. She's got me a note here. Oh, that's pretty. And it says thank you. This is a combo box, de-stash junk, pottery, and art room share rack. You do such a great job in your streams and are so good to your followers. I'm following along. Aww. In your footprints, spring is on its way. So have fun with fresh supplies. Thank you for being my crafty friend. God bless you too in all you do and say. Thank you, Beth. So I'll put that in my my friendship mail binder thing that I have over there. So let's see. Some more fabrics. This is a pretty stripe. Very beachy looking. And then some yellow, I think they call this seersucker. It's got like the little bubble in the squares. So that's pretty. Hi, Laura. Got me a box from Beth. And then this is pretty. That's a cotton. Oh my goodness, what's she got here? Oh, good Lord. What can a girl do? Oh, look, it's a little thing, a little journal. And if you wanted to, you could cover the cover. That's cute. Oh, I can't remember. What's this artist's name? Mary Englebright cards. The most wasted day of all is that on which we have not laughed. Oh, look. I might have to mail one of these to Barb Filion because it's got an elephant. Look at the elephant. Hi, Holly. And then, oh my word, what are these? To win this Turbo Stencil sketch, choose an artist from your team who can get you to guess as many answers on the back of this card as possible by drawing clues on paper. Oh, it's like a game. Isn't that neat? Threw in a bunch of those. They got all these little critters on them. And then let's put this here. Especially for you, a bouquet of 101 blessings to fill your heart with the fragrance of love and friendship. A friend is a person who listens attentively while you say nothing. That's cute. Then this little card. See, I need to separate the things I want to put in my binder journal with the stuff I'll use in crafts. So let me pull the note from Beth out. And then I want to put that little card in there and that. Action cards. Monopoly. Sony tape full color sound cards. Seen It's. All kinds of cards to alter if I want to. Tissue box ATCs. Oh goodness, she sent me a whole bunch of those. A whole bunch of cards. I'll have to put them in something so I can find them when I'd like to do. Oh look, business cards. The Key Lime Company. Everclear. Remax. All kinds of business cards. Those are cool. Rick Rack. Coasters. Uh-oh. Glad that didn't fall on the floor. It's a kitty. A yellow kitty. That's so cute. Might put a piece of string on him and hang him somewhere. Some more cards. My goodness, Beth. These are so cute. Just little cards. Oh, this is cute. This is double fold bias tape. You could put around the edge of something. Good work. Bookmark. Cards from a casino because they've punched them. There's the Eastern United States. Oh, these are neat. I'm gonna put those in the in my journal. There's another book. Oh, Marilyn Monroe. Get Your Green On. Some more of the cards with the funny looking little cat on them. Some pink lace. Let's Fly Kite, Charlie Brown. Lucy was always so mean to Charlie Brown. Oh, she's got something in the middle here. See what she's stuck in here. She's hiding things in this stuff. Oh, it's a foot with a heart in it. That's cute. Put that with the kitty cat. And then some sweet white lace. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Janet. Hi, Holly. Hi, Mary. I got me a box from Beth. There's the blue-green heart. And then some of this, I can't remember what this is yarn. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, she sent me a sand dollar. There's the heart that goes inside the heart. And then this is sweet. And there's one of her, I want to say tidbits, but it's not a tidbit. It's called something else. Cluster. I could put that in that book too. Oh, and there's a little kitty cat. She felted. That'll go in that book. Might make my pages fat, but that'll be all right. And then this has got Santa Clauses. It's double fold bias tape. Oh, pretty napkin. Hummingbird. Some dahlias and blackberries. Journal and sticky notes. Look at the sticky notes or leaves. Isn't that neat? Oh, another cluster. Isn't that cute with the owl? The lady in front of me at Goodwill today, her purse was an owl. Who are we looking for? Thanks, you guys, for the thumbs up. All right. Oh, wow, look. Jelly pens. I'm going to have to find someplace else for my Jelly Roll pens because they're not all going to fit in that one little drawer. I need to do that. I should have bought that old Whitman's chocolate box I saw at the thrift store. I can run get it. I don't know how much it was, but I could run get it just for my Jelly Roll pens at the Goodwill up the road. And then there's another journal with the seashells on it. Uh-oh. There's more bits hiding. Beth's hiding things. I think that's all of it. There's some cream lace. Oh, there's a foot. It's another little, I think that's a kitty cat too. Or maybe it's a bunny. I'm not sure. And a cross. And a little foot. And a little divider thing. I could put pages in here and turn this into a book. That would be a quick project we could do. And then there's some more trim. This is kind of interesting trim. Let me see if I can get it to turn over. And that's pretty. And a heart. Put that in that little journal. And then some, they look like they have eyeballs, little beads. And a shamrocks for St. Patty's Day. So thank you, Beth. This was a lovely surprise. I almost couldn't get it back out of the mailbox. The lady had shoved it in the mailbox. And then it, once you get it past the mailbox, when you try to pull something back out, they have a lip around the inside of the mailbox. And this box wedged just perfect. I didn't think I was going to get it back out. I was starting to get upset. Scott could tell. He was like, what's going on? He was watching me pull it out. So we got that there. This is wonderful. Thank you, Beth. I want to put the stuff I want to put in that journal at the top of the box. And a golden book. Let's put the lace down in there. Now that the lace isn't holding all of the breakables, I can put that down in there. So this is a wonderful box of goodness. And a whole bunch of cards that I can alter. Look at all of that. Wow. I don't know how she had it in there because now it's not fitting. Oh well. I'm going to put those there. I'll put those in the journal. I'll keep the ceramic bits out. We'll just set these aside. So thank you, Beth. That's awesome. Okay. I have them get it out from the inside, Becky. Well, this is just my mailbox from out front of the house. Not at the post office. Sharon Lombard, Sharon Marlowe, Janet, Journey. Anybody else I miss? Hi, Gertie. All right, so when I was cleaning up the other day, I found these. Do y'all remember the Inchies swap? Well, I had all of these leftovers, okay? I wish I'd printed off the picture, but I'm going to try to describe it to you in a minute. But these were from the swap that we did. And everybody that sent me a set, we did a rainbow swap. And everybody that sent me a set, I put y'all in here, in the shadow box. And this is just simple paper Inchies put together. And you can see how varied people, I mean, I've got some with flower petals and buttons. This has got the residue from dried on paint on it. That one does. This is a bit of string with a little gem. Another flower with a button. Flower with a button. This is just some punched out flowers and butterflies. The roses. That one's got a pumpkin. And I just thought it was neat how everybody did such a good job. And what we did is the decorations that we put on the Inchies matched the Inchie base. So like this has got green music notes on a green background, orange sequins on an orange square. But I have an idea of something that could be even more fun if we want to do another swap, or if we just want to a tuck-in idea. So if you're mailing something out, maybe include a couple Inchies, and then people can collect their Inchies and create a shadow box like this. Or I wish I had a picture that I could show you. I saw this collage of these, of not necessarily paper ones. They were made of clay on Pinterest. And they just put them all together real close. And in fact, they had some that were the size of like an Inchie, some just little pieces of little bits of clay that they'd made into tiny squares and then put a little glaze on them. So they were just some random colors. And I thought it could be fun to just decorate some Inchies and have them on hand. And when you mail out, include some. Now, if somebody wants to do a direct swap with me, we could swap 6 or 7 tiles to each other. You just have to let me know if you'd be interested in that. Yes, mosaic tiles. They might have been polymer clay, but I'm thinking they're regular clay like Beth does. But I thought we could do the same thing with not necessarily polymer clay, because not everybody does clay work. But I thought all of us have been doing paper work. So I thought how fun it could be to do some tiles up, and then we could just create a collage with all the tiles that we got. I love my shadow box, don't get me wrong, but I thought it would be nice to have another project done up that I could have in another frame next to this. And since I had all these leftovers, I thought, why not? So I was just going to pick a color and work on it. So if you've got some scraps of, you know, anything like any of your cutoffs from when you've made inchies like that, you could cut that in. And you don't necessarily have to do the rainbow colors. It can be even like this. I'll pull some of these out too and make them into inchies. So just random colors. And then when we get them, we can put them together. Like those are from a Dirty Dozen, I think, or a Pick 10 or something that we did. And these are offcuts from another project that we could cut and make into inchies. And it doesn't matter how thick or thin they are, because in fact, it actually gives the finished collage piece dimension, because when you sit, like this one's fatter than this one, when you sit them together, then you have a little bit of rise and fall on there. And I would mount mine on a piece of black. I would work out my design and then I would just glue them down. So I'm going to cut these into inchies. What else is in here? I might just open all these bags. I'm trying to find the ones I did on cardboard. See, these are sticking together, so I need to put them in a project. And I pulled out all my coppers, gold, worn penny, bronze, copper, Inca gold, 24 karat gold, and rose gold, just to add a little bit of metallic finish, like on the edges. Just take my finger on one of those and put it around the edge and create some of these. There's a couple twinchies I started and never finished. But I thought, let's use some of our stuff, you know, that we've already made up. I'm trying to find this stuff. Here we go. There's some more. And then I'd be glad to swap with anybody that sends me some. I could send you some back, because I've got all this stuff and I'm just going to try to start using it. And I thought how fun it would be to create a collage with them. Like this here. See, I've already put some gold on it. If I cut this into inchies and then applied something to it, I'd have an instant thing. I don't really care for that background too much. Or if you wanted to add more texture even, you could add more texture with texture paste and a stencil. All right, I'm going to quit digging. I've got plenty here to work with. So I've also pulled out, I've got my 2 black markers. You know how I like to edge the edges and stuff. But I also pulled out these 2 bins. And these are all odds and end bins. Of course, I'd love to use these stars on a project. They would fit. I could put one of those on these twinchies and see if we did a combination of inchies and twinchies and swap them. We could use the twinchies too, because you know what? 1 twinchie is how many inchies? So you could put a couple inchies next to it. And then build up a picture. So I've got all this kind of stuff here. I wish I had some more twinchies now. We can cut some more if we find some pieces large enough for them. And then I've got this one. And a lot of this stuff other people have sent me. I've got butterflies, bunnies, stars, bows, all kinds of stuff. There's a chandelier. And I thought, let's just play today. So I'm going to work on some of these and see what we come up with. And then I'll put them on a tray to dry, and I thought that would be fun. So I don't know if you guys let me know if you'd like to swap with me. I'm just going to dump these out. I had them separated by color in case we wanted to do another rainbow swap. But then I started making others in a different size. And I said, well, you know what? I'll just mix them up and just put maybe a random mix of stuff, maybe a dozen Twinchies, Inchies combinations in a little bag and swap them. And that way I'm using something up and I'm sharing it. And then we can each create something to hang on our craft space walls that could inspire us. Because each of us will add our own spin on this. And I had these already made. And aren't they just fun to look at? Just in a pile. Brittany says she's all for it. She thinks it'd be good. I actually had some pink ones that I must have cut from another time. Because when we did the swap, we did red, orange, green, red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, and purple. So let's see if I can get a Twinchie out of this one. I bet I can. Maybe I can get some Twinchies out of these pieces I just pulled out. Let's see. It is barely 2 inches. Let's see. It's not quite a perfect 2 inches. I'm going to use it though. And then this piece here will give me a 1/2 inch. 1 by 1/2. That'll just be some random extra bits. Let's see, is this 1 inch wide? About there. Let's see. Get some random inchies going here. I'm going to get them cut up and then we'll decorate them. And Violet was asking me what I use the trays for, and I use them to move wet stuff around. See, now this isn't quite 1 inch. But when you get something that isn't quite 1 inch, you can just make a space around it and maybe fill that space in with some glue and some of those holeless beads. That's got a big rip in it. I'm going to pitch that piece. And just fill the space up like it's between tile, the grout. You can make it look like you got grout between the ones that aren't quite a full inch. There's another little bit I might save just to have. Now this piece is definitely not 2 inches. So let's trim it down to 1 inch wide this way. Maybe if I can. It's a little warm here in the house. When we came back from the thrift store, there was the prettiest garter snake in the front yard. I think I might have ran over him when I pulled in the yard. He had a little injury on his tail, but you know, the cats could have done that too. And then I can make this an inchie. So there's a fun little inchie. And I'll look at chat here in a minute. I'm going to put the little bits that aren't quite a full inchie in here. And I'll just use them for filler on my own project. There we go. Is this 2 inches? Not quite. So let's do... And see, these are small enough. I would be willing to mail overseas. I mailed out 3 envelopes today. 1 to Mary, 1 to Tanya, and 1 to Mary, 1 to Tanya. And somebody else. So somebody else is getting a surprise because for the life of me at this very moment, I can't remember who I addressed it to. That's pretty bad. That piece is a random side piece. It'd be fun to use this stuff up that's been just, floating around. So if y'all make some inchies and twinchies and just mail them to me, I'll make you up some. My address is in all of the groups, I think, on Facebook. Going too fast on wet roads. All right, that'll keep us busy for a little while. Okay. Mary's working on inchies now. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna, I didn't bring any paper towels and I don't have any wet ones. And another reason I want to use these up is they're sticking together. And if I make them into something, they'll be something else and won't be just hanging around sticking together anymore. So on the red, what kind of metallic should I use? Gold, copper, bronze? What do y'all think? Okay, Brittany, I'll look at it when I get off here. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Threes. Hi, Terrielle. We're going to decorate some inchies, and I was thinking we could swap them. So if anybody wanted to mail me some, I'll mail some back. I don't know who all will mail to me, and if you guys want to swap with each other, just let each other know. Because see, this is what we did a swap. Was it last year? I think it was the year before. And we did a rainbow swap, and we each sent 6 inchies. And I did something with that swap that I don't think I'll ever do again. I had everybody mail directly to me, and then I had to mail back out, and that was very expensive. So I can't do that again. But I thought if we just let each other know we'd like to swap with each other, we could just do it that way and mail directly to each other instead of setting up a swap and all of that, because this is just using things that we have on hand. And or if you want to just make them up and include them in happy mails that you mail out, and then let the person that receives them decide what they'd like to do with them. Do I have silver? Silver might be pretty. Let me see. I'll get the dog's wipes. That's what I'll do. Let's see here. I'm going to use your wipes. Yeah. I'm going to use your wipes. Do you want a cookie? You want a cookie? Yeah? Cookie. You don't even have to hunt for it. I've got this Waverly metallic. And see, I was just going to put a little metallic on the edges. Let's see what it looks like on there. And those inchies are just all paper inchies. They're exactly made out of these. It's just the cardboard from between the cat food. And we got together and we did a red background, an orange background, a yellow background. We did all the backgrounds, and then we just decorated them with whatever we had on hand, like buttons and punched out flowers and ribbon bows and that kind of thing. And I'm just picking a little paint up, putting it on the edge. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see which one I like better. So there's the silver. It kind of looks dark. These are wet ones for the dog, but I'm going to use them because it's what's here. And they smell good, vanilla and coconut. And I'm just using them for my fingers. Let's see about this bronze color. Because it's just paper. If I don't like a certain color on it, I can just pitch that piece in the trash. But I thought if we added a metallic, it doesn't matter what kind, but if it was just metallic paints, if we added a little bit to each one, then when we get them all in, it won't matter what color the metallic is. It'll just all have some metallic element to it that could be interesting. That's another thing. If you have little metal charms that would fit on an Inchie or a Twinchy, you could use those. We took Bernadette to the park. Oh, see, I like the bronze on the red. I'm going to do the bronze on the red. Because, see, I think it looks better. Hi, Cheryl. You're not that late. What's the matter, Bernadette? You had a cookie. And we went walkie, and there was all kinds of dogs there, and she behaved badly like she does always because she thinks everybody wants to be jumped on, and because she's an old lady, and she had very bad habits when we first got her that have never gone away. We can't control her in the jumping. And if we try to correct her, the people get upset with us and say, we're being mean, just let her do. And it's like, well, I don't want her to scratch a child in the face or anything either. I think she was a very spoiled brat little puppy that grew up and then behaved badly as an adult dog, and that's why she got dumped, because they didn't want to deal with her anymore. Poor little thing. We found her in the woods. Aunt Beck's Creations. I'm sorry that I haven't been here this much. Oh, Tanya, I'm so sorry. That sounds painful. I'm so glad you're here today. Maybe we can help take your mind off your pain for just a few minutes. So, yeah, see, I'm just kind of scrubbing the paint on with my finger. Come on, drop off my finger. All right. All right, so I like that. I guess I'm just not a silver girl. Maybe that's the thing. A pizza nap attack. Who had pizza? Scott and I went to the new Wendy's in Travelers Rest and got the apple pecan salad. And when we were at the Goodwill, there's a little lady that works there. She is there every single time we go. But she is so unbelievably slow. But I told Scott, I said, but you know what? She's reliable. She shows up every day. She's supposed to work. And that's why they don't say anything to her, because she's there. She's working. She's doing her job. But I didn't think we'd ever get out of there. Let's put 24 karat gold on the purple. I'm just going to go through and do this on each one of these. I should have done one more or two more of those, so I'd have 6 of those. But I'm thinking just random collection of about 10 Inchies. I'd be willing to put 10 Inchies and maybe 2 Twinchies in each of those little bags. So you'd have a dozen things. Can you imagine how big of a picture you could do if you got enough people to swap with you? It would be a one-of-a-kind thing, and it would be friendship art. I'm going to put 24 karat gold on here. I'm hoping she's not going to need to go out and use the bathroom anytime soon. It's raining right now. Hope she'll be a good girl for a while. I'll go back to that bronze and add it on 2 more of the red ones. And see, I don't have a tray, and I'm setting this down on my table, so hopefully by the time we work our way through each of these colorways and stuff, I'll have some that are dry. I'll drop off my finger. I guess I need to get a pokey tool or something that I can push these off my thumb because they just keep sticking to my thumb. Hi, Mitz. Hi, Sharon Marlowe. I think I said hi to the Sharons. Hi, Kathy. Journey. Silver would be good on the blue or the purple. It just disappeared on the red on me. It just almost looks black. Maybe I'll do silver on the blue since I did the 24 karat gold on the purple pieces. Now I've got this stuck to me again. Ah! I'm going to get it everywhere. That's almost got 6 of these. But I thought this could be a fun way to do something together today. And I might stay on longer than an hour because I didn't come on yesterday. But I also like to watch Vicki Ross. Most of the time I do things like I'll watch her on my phone and put her on my kitchen sink. And I'll watch her paint or whatever while I do dishes. So I can't usually chat in Vicki's. What I end up doing is just watching and learning because Vicki is like a wealth of information when it comes to like portrait painting or painting. She does everything. Vicki Ross just does everything. She does painting, pastels, watercolors, oils, acrylics. She just amazes me. Very inspirational. So if you're not subscribed to Vicki Ross, she comes on in the afternoons. She's a wealth of information. I'm going to set the purple aside, and I need 2 more red ones with the bronze on it. I'll set those over there. And I've been watching Kate at the Last Homely House East of the Sea. And let me tell you, she is such a joy to watch. And she's got the same mannerism as I grew up with my grandmother. My great-grandfather was very English. His last name was Phillips. And my grandmother just had a way of saying things. And Kate just reminds me of my childhood. She has chickens and she keeps bees and she has the most pleasant voice and she quilts and she spins yarn and weaves and knits and quilts and cooks. She has all kinds of things on her channel. And I just recently found her. I can't believe she hadn't popped up in my recommended videos. But I've been watching some videos that she did about a year ago because when I was feeling so miserable, I just wanted to put something on and just listen and not be inspired to get up to do stuff. Because see, when Mary comes on, I don't get anything else done because I sit and Mary gets me inspired and then I'm over here at the table doing on stuff instead of just taking it easy. Oh, I've got stuff everywhere. But I was watching her and what she was doing in these videos. She has the most beautiful cabinet and it has 33 drawers in it. It stands up tall, and she told the story of it, that back in like 1981 or 1982, when she was a younger lady, it was in this like not really a secondhand shop. It was in one of those that kind of sells on consignment. And she kept going in there, and that case was there. And then one day, a sign went up in the window that the place was closing down. And so she said she went in there and she asked the lady if the case was for sale, and to let her know, how much it would be. And the lady said, how about 20 pounds? 20 pounds. And it's a big wooden case with glass fronted drawers. And what her videos have been that I've been watching are her cleaning the drawers out. And I don't know why I find that so interesting, but it's so funny to see someone else do the same things I do. Like she'll pull something out and she'll say, oh, I've been looking for that. Or she'll say, I have not seen this in 10 years. And then she found one package. It was all wrapped up. And she said, I don't know what this is. She said, all right. She said, this is what we're going to do with this. We're not opening this now. We're going to set this over here. She sets it aside. And she says, that's going to be a treat in a minute. In a minute, when we're done with all these drawers, that'll be our treat for doing this. So she gave herself a treat. And I thought that was just the sweetest thing. I don't know why, but let's put the copper on the orange because it's already got copper on it. Pull out 6 of these. But she opened in it, and it had a, I don't know if I should tell you if y'all should go watch it. Do you want me to tell you, or do you want to go watch it? Find out what was in the wrapped up piece. Might make you go watch Kate. And she says she likes to imagine everybody sitting on a very long couch while she's telling her stories. And that she'll say, pass the biscuits, pass them down, pass the tea down. And she says she's like Mary. She tells the most amazing stories, and she's so fun to listen to. But she's the last homely house east of the sea. I don't need any of those. All right, I'm going to put some copper on here. What was in the package? Okay, it was a Christmas ornament that she had bought 10 years prior. And it was a little ballet dancer, one of those that you pull the strings and her legs would go up and her arms would go up. It was cute. It was really cute. And she said, what does it say on here? Maybe it tells me the date. And it didn't tell her the date. It said, this is not a toy. She said, okay, it's not a toy. And I like to, when I do these collage kind of things with these, I like to use black cardstock like I did in that shadow box frame of these, simply because it gives you a ground. Of course, you could use a different color, whatever is pleasing to you. I just like to use the black paper. We'll use the silver on the blue. Oh, and she makes these, I can't remember what she called them. But you take, the things we hang up for streamers, the streamer paper, what's that called? Crepe paper? And she makes these balls, and as she makes them and winds them up, she hides treasure inside them. And then I guess they're used as part of Advent. And each day you would unwrap, and you use different color cray paper. So each day would have a different color, and you would hide like chocolates, or, you know, for Crafty Friend, you might hide some buttons, or I don't know, tiny things, sequins. You might want to hide a few sequins in there. A biscuit covered in gravy. Now we do, I make, my grandmother, when I was growing up, my grandmother always made it with tuna. And it was the tuna in a white gravy, and we put it on toast, and it was called, my grandma would say, shush on a shingle, but my uncles all called it something else, but I'm not going to say that on here. But then I moved south, and they do what they call red eye gravy down here. And I'd never heard of that before, but it's usually made with the sausage fat drippings. And they put they break the sausage up in it. Biscuits with sausage gravy. Yeah. But I like to make a white sauce, and I make biscuits, and then I'll chop up, I'll get that, what is it, Carl Buddig, the really cheap lunch meat that's in the little package. If you chop that up real fine, it turns it into chipped beef on toast. And I've made that before. Scott and I are getting to where we eat bread very little. Bread is full of carbs. It's just not good for you. So I don't even buy loaves of bread anymore. If we are dying for a treat and want bread, I'll bake bread just so it's good. Yep. Exactly, Joyce. You're right. Let's see. There's two stuck together here. I don't know why I'm obsessed with doing 6 of each. I just thought it would be a nice even number. I'll do 6 of each of the colors, and then I can do the random ones that I just came across that we cut some more. I don't know why I like the way this looks on the edges, and you can do yours any old way you want to. I just like this. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Nope, not answering. It's probably a spoof number from India. Chocolate gravy on biscuits is good. Oh, I've never had that. I bet that with some strawberries would be really tasty. It'd be almost like a chocolate strawberry sundae, or shortcake. Of course, shortcake is different than biscuits because shortcake has some sugar in it to turn it into a cake. But I just thought I'd come on and get messy in front of you guys today and make up some tiles and ask if anybody'd like to swap with me. And if you'd like to swap with me, just send me a private message and I'll get some in the mail to you. I'll make a list of whoever says that so that I don't miss somebody. All right, so we did those, and we're going to put we'll do the silver on the blue, because I think you're right. I think that would look good. So, oh, on Netflix, there's a movie. I don't know who all has Netflix, but for those that have Netflix, have you watched, it's a new one. It just went up, Changes in the Air. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. It is really, really good. I thought it was really good. But I like quirky movies. So if you don't like a quirky movie, you might not like it. But I really enjoyed it a lot. I like these paints because the lids are bigger and they're flatter, so you don't have to stick your finger on a. Yeah, I've never had the chocolate on a biscuit. Or, yeah, biscuits. I told Scott when we were coming back from the Goodwill, I had to about throw his lunch into a bag and get him, turn around and boot him out the door. That's how long that lady at the Goodwill took to check us out. But I told him, I said, I have been about to die for a piece of chocolate cake. I might need to just go get me just a single slice of chocolate cake somewhere to cure that before I bake something that I shouldn't and then eat too much of it and make myself sick. Oh, the silver does look good on the blue. And if you wanted to, when you do your collage, if somebody else puts the metallic on the edges, you could put like any of them that have gold on them, put them all together and then put the silver ones all together, and you'd have a secondary colorway kind of coming across the picture. That could be really pretty. That one's more white than it is blue because it's a white spot. Maybe I should do an extra blue one just so it's really blue. It's not like I'm short on blue ones. Just making my fingers all yucky. Oh, I love chocolate eclairs and Boston cream pies. I haven't had a Boston cream pie in years. I used to do all this baking when I was on the farm. But I don't, since getting diagnosed with type 2, I don't bake as often. Once in a while, I'll bake something if we're going somewhere. That way I can leave all of the leftovers wherever we've gone. Like I made my mom a red velvet cake for her birthday in August. My sister-in-law from Russia, she had to find out how I made that. I put cream cheese frosting on it, and I don't think she'd ever had it before. And she was like, how do you make that? That was so good. And then I went and I got her I got her a Better Homes and Gardens and a Betty Crocker cookbook, and old ones. And I told her, I said, these are the cookbooks that I learned to cook with from your husband's, my brother's grandmother. And also that was the Better Homes and Gardens checkerboard cookbook. And then the other cookbook is the Betty Crocker one is the one that Scott's mom cooks the most out of with him growing up. So I picked her up a copy of each of those. They're old, they were used cookbooks because they were old vintage cookbooks. And I told her, I said, these have, what I like about them is they have basic technique on cooking, and they have some of the best recipes, tested recipes in them. And she was so thankful to get those. Your daughter is nuts. She makes a ton of pie on pie days. I think your daughter rocks. That's awesome. No, when Scott worked at Bo's, I would make about 6 pies, and he would take them in and gift them to 6 people that he was, worked closely with. And so everybody wanted to work closely with Scott because that's how they got, that's how he dealt out the pies at Christmas, as if he worked close with them. All right, so those are the colors we've used. I've still got 3 colors that I haven't used. These remind me of St. Patrick's Day. We'll do 6 of those, 2, 3. Maybe one more that's got more green on it. Yeah, we need to use these up, put them in a project or something because they're sticking together. But they're all cut into inchies, so I said, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. these out of the way a minute. So I need a space to go with these green ones. All right, so let's put worn penny on the green. Gold for St. Pat. Oh, you're right. How about Inca gold? Gold for St. Patty's. That's a good idea. This is a little bit different than the 24 karat. Sorry. It's a lighter gold. Oh, that'd be fun on the Twinchies, as if I had some of those gold coins, the plastic ones. I could probably go to the Dollar Tree and get some of those. They would probably fit on a Twinchie. Come on, let go. Yeah, when I was raised by my grandmother, she was born in 1908. So I was raised different than the rest of my cousins and stuff because, I had to stay with grandma, and I learned all about gardening and cooking and cleaning and all of that from her. Her and my great aunts. My great aunt Nellie's the one that got on me about cleaning. If I wasn't cleaning the way she thought I should be cleaning, she'd say, "Girl, why are you flipping that broom? Never flip a broom or you get swatted with the broom. You don't flip the broom. You keep it on the ground. It doesn't come off the ground. Push the stuff into a pile and then you scoop it up with the dustpan. Never flip a broom." I was like, that's not how they do it on TV. Boy, that gold really pops on the green. When I was real little, I'm sure I ate all kinds of stuff. I can remember pickled heart and pickled tongue. And now that just the thought of it just makes me want to, just can't do it. Oh, I can't eat venison anymore. I had an aunt that ruined me on anything game meat. All right, there's the gold. That gold. That's the Inca gold. All right, so now we got yellow. I got rose gold and worn penny left. So what would go best on the gold? On that gold, the yellow. And then we'll start decorating some of these with odds and end bits. And I'll get my tray because then I can move them off from here. 2, 3, 4, 5. This has got some kind of gold on it, I think. 6. That one says gold, yellow better. Oh, Tanya. Oh, okay. I thought maybe I saw Tanya Woodward. I thought maybe Tanya McGuire had popped in. I didn't see her. Pumpkin, cherry, apple, peach pies when Thanksgiving rolls around. True, Tanya, you are right. Food does bring everybody together. I'm going to use some worn penny, I think. It does. And a buffet of different things gives you a chance to try all kinds of stuff. I don't know if I like that or not. Too late now. I'm going to finish this on here, and then I think I might get another yellow one and switch my mind here. Well, I don't know. Now that it's sitting down, I don't know. I think I like a gold better. I'll grab another yellow one back here. I'm going to get a different color. I think I'll switch back to the 24 karat gold. Hi, Dawn. I think it would be grand fun if a bunch of us could meet somewhere and get together and stay in a place and have like a what are they called? A ballroom or whatever set up to where we could have a buffet set up and we could have tables to craft together, and there maybe could be a die cutting station, paper cutting station, that kind of stuff. Wouldn't that be fun? Do a retreat. That's what I'm thinking. A retreat would be a lot of fun. Or if we could have one, rent a camp, rent the whole camp, and everybody stays in cabins, and we could go to the big where everybody eats, cafeteria area, cook together, clean up together, do art and stuff together, walk around. That would just be fun. I don't know if there's such a thing exists. Art camps. Art camps for ladies that want to get away from it all. Wouldn't that be fun? We could all bring some different supplies and try to bring different things so we could just share supplies from around and help each other use stuff up we have in our stash. Or maybe even do like a swap session. Wouldn't that be fun? Just bring stuff that you want to just donate to get rid of, and then everybody's free to just pick out stuff that they would like to try. That would be fun too. Because, sometimes we buy things thinking, oh, this looks cool. I'm going to try that out. And then you get it home and you try it once or twice, and it's like, ugh, this just isn't for me. But then somebody else might think, this stuff rocks. This is awesome. That would be fun. Maybe I've come up on an idea that I need to just put into work. Art camps for grown women. Of course, we have some gentlemen in the community like Mark Muir that would be a hoot to have around. You have one? Mitt says she has one in her town. That sounds like so much fun. Oh, Tippy, not a good time to come home because he'll want to be right up here on the table. But he's knocking. I might have to get a tray real quick. What I can do is feed him, and while he's eating, I'll quickly move these to a tray that I can move aside so that he doesn't flip them and send them flying. And I can work on some of these others. Probably off screen. I am. All I'm doing is dabbing paint on with my finger. I like it the way it looks like molten metal. Joyce says she has property. I'd say we could go camping, but I think I'm past my camping years. I think I'd like a bed to sleep in, or at least a bunk with a nice pad on it. You home? Oh, you're wet. Yeah, you're wet. You need a towel? Well, come on. Hang on, guys. Come on, Tippy. I'll dry you off. Come here. They don't know how spoiled you are. They don't know how spoiled you are. How'd you get so wet? Did somebody spray you, or is it really raining that hard? Where you been? You are so dirty. I know you like that. Okay. All right, let's get you something to eat. And then I gotta move some stuff before you decide to come in there. There you go. All right, let me see how fast I can pick that stuff up before he comes over. No. Go eat. You don't need this right now. Go eat, honey. You're good. Go on. Go eat your dinner. Go eat. It's okay. You go eat. Let me clean this up real quick. Go eat your dinner. Come on. Look. This is good. Yeah, eat. Yum, yum. Look. This is really tasty. You need to eat. I think he's like, you want me to eat too badly. I can see him jumping up here and getting one of these stuck on his butt. Oh no. Oh, it's still wet. That one didn't come off my finger. Trying to do it too fast is the problem. I was watching Lori Marie Jenkins. She apparently had a workshop with a bunch of ladies, and they all sounded like they were from England. But they were showing their books, and boy, those books looked good. And I watched some of Rosemary last night, Rosemary Morris, and she was doing a book with what looked like tongue depressors. So I went on Amazon and ordered myself a box of 100 for $5. So I'm going to I'll go back and rewatch that because she has kits for sale from what I understand. I don't know if she has any left, but she was doing these books with the tongue depressors. And they look really, really fun. So, of course, I've got to try. Of course. But it's like Mary was saying the other day in one of her videos or lives. You want to do it all. You want to. But it's nigh on impossible to do everything everyone is doing. You know? Oh, man. I messed that one up. Maybe I can hide it under something. All right. Now see if he jumps up here now. He won't be right in the middle unless he decides to jump up on the tray. That could be disastrous, but oh, that's another thing about Kate at the last homely house east of the sea is she has cats too. She's got Norma and, I can't remember all the cats' names. Norma is her normal kitty, her regular that shows up on lives and things. Cindy has you beat. Why can't I see my mouth? Oh, there it is. Here he comes. Boo. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad I got those up before you came over here. All right. So it's Tippy break time. We got to take a kitty break just for a minute. The ladies can't see how dirty you are. Look at you. So I go, and Daddy followed me, and I go across the street in Miss Ethel's yard, and I check around her shed, and then I go in a hole in her fence into DJ's yard, and I check out along his fence, and then I disappear. And Daddy doesn't know where I go after that. Joyce, that sounds lovely. You too, Kathy. That sounds pretty too. I think we all just need to take a deep breath and stay away from crowds until they can get this under control. Because, I mean, it's going to continue to spread if we don't take a break and just step back. Yes, Violet, it was, she was using an Asian napkin, Rosemary was last night. She only has the blue fabric kits left. Thanks, Mitz. Oh, thanks, Therese. I didn't realize she was in Christchurch, New Zealand. Okay, so it was New Zealand accents I was hearing. Yes, Sherry, there is a group. She was mentioning that. I belong to so many groups that I can't keep up with everything. So I'm going to kind of just ride on the side, and I'll just let Rosemary know that I've done one and send her a link. This is the sweetest little guy. He's my little buddy. Thank you, Holly. Hi, Fran. I wish my stepdad would be more cautious, but he only has 30% lung capacity right now. He has COPD, and he says it's just he said that it's a media hoax kind of sort of thing. I was like, it's not a hoax. It's scientifically proven that this is a pandemic. But anyway, yep, it's Tippy time. It's like he needs a snuggle after he eats, and then he'll go find some place and lay down. Brittany, I went yesterday morning. That was the reason I didn't come on yesterday, is I went and got groceries, and my store wasn't too bad yet. So maybe you'll make it and get everything in there that you need. Yeah, see, my stepdad's on 24/7 oxygen. He has to have oxygen with him wherever he goes, and yeah. Tanya, we're glad to have you. Tippy, honey, I need to do some more work. You're going to have to go lay down somewhere. Will you go lay down somewhere? He's so filthy. I would give him a bath, but I think he'd hate me for at least 2 weeks. Come here. You got to go lay down over here on your bed. Come on. You be a good boy, okay? I'm going to put you over here. Let's get you. What happened here? Why is your bed all squished down? Let's see if we can plump you back up. There you go. There you go. You take a nap. You stay over here, okay? Yeah, I know it's nap time. You go sleepy. Yeah, it's all right. You go night-night. Yeah. You stay. Go sleepy. All right. We'll do some more of these. All right. I did all of the rainbow colors. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Let's do a couple twinchies. Let's see. I don't know if this one's big enough for twinchies or not. Let's see. I don't have very many that are cut at twinchy size. Let's see. This one's almost big enough. We're going to say it's big enough. So that'll give me a twinchy. And then I'll make this one an inchy. Do I have any other larger pieces? I think that one's too narrow. This one's a really pretty piece. I think this is one we did. No, this is a Dirty Dozen that we did. This is a leftover piece from a Dirty Dozen. So I'll get a twinchy. And we'll turn this into an inchy. Oh, I get 2 more out of there. That's too narrow. I think this is a twinchy. Yeah. This is one I did with Stacy at Pink Poodle Crafts. I did a mixed media mashup one time with her, and I had some, you can see that's got some, I don't know what I used, but it created big fat things on there. This here, it's a LuLaRoe top. I got it at the thrift store for like $4. I love it. It's comfortable too. These I actually have pretty good. We just need to add a little bit something around the edge. I don't know. Let's see. I think I'm just going to do black edges on these. I think I already did. Yeah, these are all ready to go. We'll just set them on the tray. Yep, the older I get, the louder my shirts I like. Wear black leggings and loud shirt. Works for me. Told Scott I was going to get some muslin. And I was going to cut out the pieces for a blouse. And then I'm going to sit and with fabric paint and paint myself a shirt. I might do some inking on that one with some ink. These probably won't show on what I'm thinking of doing, but I just like to make the edges black to hide whatever the paper was that I used. Uh-oh, let's keep those out here. This one needs some gold or something on it. It just does. And it's got a glob of glue right there. So those just have marker. I'm going to leave those like that. But these, I think I would like to put, I'm going to put this on the red. Yeah, this is my thrifted top. I'm just going to put some color on these that I have here in front of me, and then I'm going to decorate some just to get me started. I ought to send some to Beth just for such a nice package that she sent me, and then she can decide what she'd like to do with them. I hadn't seen her in here. Let's see, Thursdays. Who comes on tonight? Is it Beth or Sharon, or are you both on? I can't remember. I can't keep up with everybody. Kathy, we're running in that too. Even the Goodwill is getting to where I pick things up and I'm like, you've got to be blooming ridiculous. Like when they get stuff directly from Target, they put prices on it like it's still at Target. I'm sorry, it's not at Target anymore. It's not at retail. That's the part that gets me, is when they bring the stuff in from Target and they charge you what you could get it for at Target. If I wanted to go shopping at Target and pay full price, I would, but I'm not. I'm at the thrift store because I'm cheap and I want to get things at a reasonable price. Beth starts at 7 Eastern. Brittany, I've seen that, and they'll have things from Dollar Tree, and they'll charge more than $1 for it. I'm like, really? You people? Well, Mindy, if you can recycle cardboard, that's always good. But, if people wanted them to be a little sturdier, they could mount them on cardboard when they receive them. So it travels better on like the cardboard I get in the cat food. That's the weight of cardboard I use. This was a piece of mixed media paper here, but we really built it up that night. I don't know what we were doing, but I think we did a lot more than 12 prompts because this is hefty. Maybe it's one I did with Mary that was the double Dirty Dozen, because this is thick. I think this is one I did with Mary. I still haven't finished the ATCs from the last time we did a Dirty Dozen, too. They're still sitting here. I need to go online and find me some images to print off that I can put on there. Oh, that's pretty. Can I get them on my tray? What I like about the plastic trays is things don't stick to them. These will lift right up, even if they've got a little bit of extra paint on them. I need to go visit my mom and dad, but it's kind of a madhouse over there right now. So visiting is hard because my brother's there with his kids a lot. And well, he's there all the time. He's trying to get a new house. His divorce is final, and he can't get anything until his name is off the house that she insisted she had to have. But they got to get his name off that house so he can buy it me to go over there. So I tend to avoid it. I know I shouldn't, but I do. We're going to swap them and make a collage or shadow box. I'll show my shadow box again that I did. We did a swap for anybody that just came in. We did a swap. Hi, Josie. We did a swap a year or so, maybe 2 or 3 years. I don't know. It's been a while. But we did a rainbow swap of Inchies. And a bunch of y'all sent some to me, even though we weren't swap partners. So I just took everything that I was sent and I created this. So like this is one person's collection. This is a person. This is a person. This is a person. And I just did rows of everybody. Now, can I remember whose these are? No. Did I write it on the back? Of course not, because I'm silly. But I just love the way this turned out. But I'm thinking of doing Inchies and Twinchies, do swap them with folks, and then create something like this again, but maybe put them up next to each other. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. So I'm making some up to have on hand. And I think if we do 10 Inchies, 10 random Inchies and 2 Twinchies in a pack, like stick them in a bag, that would be a nice swap. And you would end up with 12 little pieces in here. And they do not have to be rainbow colored. I'm just using the supplies that I came across that were left over. So I've got, leftover bits from the rainbow swap. But I also have other little bits that I've been saving. And I'll just do a random collection. I won't definitely put a complete rainbow in. They'll just be randomly picked. Here's 10 Inchies, whatever I grabbed and threw in a bag, and a couple Twinchies, and that's it. And then I'm gonna, when I see what all comes my way and whoever wants to swap, I'll do some collection. Not a collection, a collage. Now see, this I did on thicker cardstock, which could add interest because it'll be higher than like these. Like this will be here, and these are a much thinner cardboard or paper, and they'd be lower. That could add a little bit of visual definition. That'd be really cool looking. And even that's a different layer. Do you know, back in the 70s, the way they did those walls where they did blocks of wood and the wood would be different heights? That's kind of what I'm thinking about here. Oh, Journey had to go. Bye, Journey. No, the shadow box was purchased at Michael's. And I just mounted my Inchies on a piece of black cardstock, and then I've pinned that cardstock in the shadow box. I waited for the shadow boxes to go on sale at Michael's, so I think I got that one 50 or 60% off. Hi, Ray. Shelly. Gosh, I've missed a bunch of people. Hi, Joyce. I said hi to Fran, I believe. All right, so now how do we decorate these? I'm just going to shove these aside. I'll do some more edging later. I've got enough here to keep me busy for a while. You can also add splatters and that kind of stuff. If you don't have, what am I thinking? Acrylic pieces. Like I have these acrylic pieces that I was thinking I'd use. And I'm just going to use tacky glue to glue these on. But you could use punched out shapes. Like some of the ladies used punched out shapes and buttons, and just put a little bit of a punched out shape down and then a button. Or like Mary was doing the other day, wrap just a little bit of string around your finger and set it down. And then Mary put like 3 little beads. In fact, I think somebody did that on here. Or like here, you could do like the flat marbles. If you put a little picture down and then put a flat marble on top of it, it'll make it look like, oh, it's bubbled. It's under there like a bubble. The flat marbles are fun. I might get some flat marbles out. But you want to make sure you're using a glue that will dry clear. There's sequins on here. Somebody did bits of wire, leftover wire. Let's see. That looks like a bit of some old jewelry beads and bits. Somebody had a tiny little bird and a sequin and just a little teeny piece of book page. That looks really cute. I really like that. Others stamped on their Inchies, added words, stickers. What else do we have on here? The flowers, butterflies, punched out butterflies. If you punch out 2 butterflies and make the top one attached to the bottom one just in the middle, then their wings will stand up. See how the wings are standing up on the butterfly right there? We could do those. This one's got these red hearts, I think are, what are they called? You put them through the paper and you open the backs up. Not eyelets, brads. I have brads. I could do that too. But whatever you have in like your junky little bits. I have sequins in the closet, but I just pulled these out to randomly use. So like maybe on the red ones, I have hearts. I have some yellow hearts. I could put yellow hearts on the yellow ones. Maybe add a little something else with them. I think, whoo! No! Well, they're sticky because they're not totally dry. But yeah, I might stick that heart on there with something else. So I got hearts. I got odd little things. People send me stuff. It's like a flower. So just get creative and stick some stuff down. I'm just peering in here to see what I have. I've got these little flowers like this. They actually are kind of sticking up, so you would have to put something down that this could rest in, like a little bit of string. Let me see if I can find some string. Maybe we could put a pink heart. Not heart, flower. I've got a purple flower. I can put the purple flower on there. Let me see what I can find as far as string. I know I have thread. I've got some of this here that I got at the thrift store. Scissors. Scissors would be good. And like Mary was doing the other morning, you could just, Mary, I think you use glossy accents, but I don't currently have any glossy accents. So I'm just going to use the tacky glue. It'll dry clear eventually. So I'm just going to take like 5 inches of string and wrap it around my finger. And then Mary kind of did like a little knot, twisted it through so it wouldn't come unraveled on her. And then set that down on there, on the thing, and then add whatever you're going to add. I'm thinking I might, if I can get my fingers to work, I think I might tie a knot in this. I can make them work. I used to could tie real tiny little bows, but we'll see. I think I'm going to cut some of the tails off. I think I'm going to use this because the yellow has black on it. I might just put that down and then put that heart on top of it. So just whatever you have, just add your random bits. we can get this to. I think I broke my baby bot. I dropped it, and now it doesn't seem to want to work very good. And if I had some tiny little words, I could put some words on here. Let's put this little heart on there and see what that looks like. I might print out some little words and like love or whatever and put that on there. Let's see. Let me grab the book pages. We just had the book pages a little bit ago. Let me see if I've got anything with a little bit smaller writing on it. Or you know what? Let me look through here and see if I can find like a little word that would work on here. You never know. Oh, look. It says her heart. Right there. Let's just cut that out of a story, out of a book. See, it's just right there. Uh-oh, now I dropped it. All right. Now's when I need some tweezers. Let me think. Do I have tweezers? Oh, I know where my tweezers are. I'm going to put a little glue on the back of it. And then I'll get my sticky tool thing here. Just kind of stick it to the end of that. Well, it's not working. Oh, that'll work. And then we'll just put that on there. And it says her heart. That works. Let's see what else it says. You can just look at a page and find words in it. I see peace. Let's cut peace out. I don't know what this story was about. Hard to tell when it's chopped up like this. I'm going to cut some peace out of here. Let her thoughts wander in peace. I'm just going to put peace on here. I'm fussy cutting words. All right. So now I've got a piece. So let me see what I can do here. Let's see what would go with that. Let's see. I'm off in Never Never Land. Sorry, guys. This has just got random little pieces in it. Hi, Amy Love. I haven't seen you in a while. I can't find my sidekick. Uh-oh. Joyce, have you been cleaning? You know when we clean, we can't find a darn thing, right? These are kind of cool. I'm not sure who sent these to me. It might have been Laura at Laura Loves Lace, who I haven't heard from in several years. So I might just use these on the blue since they have silver. So let's pull some of these out. These little silver discs. Like I said, I want to use up some of the stuff I have. All these tiny little bits. Might as well get it used up, right? I'm only going to decorate a couple more of these, and then I think I'm going to let you guys go because it's 4:30 already, and I'm starting to get hungry. Well, I'm glad you did, Amy. How are you? See, I need a little flower or something to go with that disc, I think. You know, it would be really cool is if I could dig through here and find some little peace signs to go with the peace, but I don't think I have any. What is that? Oh, a little shell. That would be pretty on one. I've got a few little tile words like that. That says but on it. And that it says to on the other side. And that says time and will and live and feel or live and feel. Another to and but. And there's an I and now. Am I ever going to use these for anything else? No. There's another will and time. What's on the back of sport here? Oh, a wish. Wish. And I got googly eyes and some other hearts. I got these larger hearts. All right, let me see what else I've got here. Got another case of stuff. You're still buried in the snow. I bet. I have a quilting friend up there in Maine, and she was posting her backyard. Her doggy fence disappeared under the snow. Look, candy corn could go on some of these, yellow or orange. And depending on which one you set it on, you know, it disappears. Here's a little deer. That could be cute on there. Will it fit on an Inchie? Barely. What would be funny is if you could find a little word in the book that says, oh dear. Of course, if I put it on a Twinchie, it would fit perfect. We'll hold the little deer out. Oh, and I got butterflies. Little butterfly might be cute with the little silver disc. Hold that little guy out. Got some butterflies. A big butterfly. He might actually look cute on that one. I might pull the butterflies out and go ahead and use them. If I use the butterflies up, they'll be used up. And I can't say I have them in my hoard anymore. There's some, little butterflies. I'm pulling the butterflies out because I think they're really cute. Oh, there's a cupcake. These little bow ties are cute. I just wish I had a little critter or something that I could, you know, put them on. There's a skull. I don't think I'll use the skull. Another little butterflies. Oh, look. It's a donut. There's another seashell. And if you use things that have dimension like that, and then you put it in a shadow box, it doesn't matter because the shadow box has that space in it. So when you get your disc and you put them in a shadow box, see my butterflies have dimension. It's just when you mail them, you're going to have to be, you know, careful how you package them so they don't get completely crunched and crushed. Oh, here's another little deer. This one's a little different. That one's kind of more cutesy. And there's another seashell. And then I have really tiny little pieces of stuff in here. It's another little teeny shell. That's a shell. And then see, I've got larger things like ladies. And that kind of stuff could go on there. This is pretty. Will this fit on one of these? It's cameos. So dig through your stash. Just find your little bits. And make up some inchies and twinchies. And if you'd like to swap with me 10 inchies and 2 twinchies in a little bag, just let me know. Now see, I love this little, I'm going to stick that on there. Which side is the side that's got the glue? That's it. I have to look. Mina is asking if you can hold up the deer. This one right here. Somebody sent him to me. I'm not sure who. I'm like Mary. Once the things get separated from the envelope, I appreciate them immensely when I first receive them, but then they just get mixed into my collection of stuff. And then I can't remember who did what and who mailed me what. But I do appreciate everything I receive. Look, cherries. But I just thought how cute it could be to do a collage with these. And I think we had stenciled black roses on the red background when we did these. It kind of looks that way. Why aren't you coming up here? Come on. I don't have the hand strength to displace the glue. There we go. It won't need a lot to hold it on there. There we go. I have a bunch of these bow ties. I might use some of these bow ties up. Here's a little pink one. Oh, I don't have any of the pink ones done up yet. That's kind of cool. It's got the coppery color on it. That's got a butterfly on it. I think I'd like to put some butterflies on there. And then I've got these cutesy deer. The little cutie ones. I didn't know which ones she was asking. And then I got Hello Kitty heads that are, it's some kind of plastic, but it's got flocking on it, so it's fuzzy. And there's a bunny. And some teddies. I ought to use these kitty cats up. That's a green cat. I'm just looking. Look, there's a little teddy bear. So tiny. What else is in here? Ah, gingerbread man, gingerbread girl, and some Mickey Mouse, and a funny looking bunny, and a chicken and egg. All kinds of stuff, and stars. These are fun. These flowers. That's like an instant one right there. If I can get my glue to work, I'm having trouble today. It's like it's lost its seal, and now it's not displacing the glue like it's supposed to. I might have to switch to a different glue. So I'm going to stick one of this on there. So, oh, thanks, Kathy. Amy, they're a lot of fun. And if you can put them together like in a shadow box, like I did, they look really pretty. And everybody that sees that shadow box, they're like, that's just paper. I was like, yep, it's recycled cardboard and paper and just a lot of creativity from the ladies. So it's a lot of fun to do. There's a purple rose. I got some more flowers. Oh, look at this blue one. See, I can put the flower with the disc on there. That would be pretty. So I just need to play. There's a little rose in that other color. What's it called? And then I think Laura sent these to me too. I think this could be polymer clay. But see, my camera's not going to focus because I got autofocus off. But it's got flowers on the flower. And see, that would sit way up. So you'd have to be careful how you mailed that. But in a shadow box with that sticking up in the air, that could be really, really cool looking. See, there's a bigger one, a bigger flower. I'm pretty sure Laura sent those to me. And then you've got the flowers like this. If you leave the wire on and curl it around a pencil or a knitting needle, then it's got the little spiral, and that would be cute. Just glued down on there. You might need to do a little bit more, so that it'll lay more flat when you set it on there. See, that would work. And it would give you some dimension too. All right, guys, I think I'm going to let you go, and I'm just going to sit here and play. Mina has a question. Mina, where do you find these small itty-bitty items? Mina, a lot of this stuff I have in these trays, I was gifted by Laura Loves Lace before I lost connection with her. And I know that the last time I heard from her, both she and her husband were really sick. So, Laura, if you're listening, we miss you. And I hope everything's okay. That's one thing I told Scott. I told him, I said, if anything ever happened to me where I couldn't be online or anything, you need to contact Mary or Janet or somebody and let them know what's going on with me. Don't leave them hanging, because we get connected to each other on here, and I think it's important to have a contact person that your spouse or somebody could get in contact with to let the community know if we're okay. I don't want y'all to worry unnecessarily. So also, another place is eBay. eBay, if you click, this is what Laura told me this before I lost touch with her. If you go on eBay and you shop eBay, always click free shipping. And you can get stuff from China. I know right now that's not a really warm and fuzzy feeling, but you can get things. They take forever to get to you. So probably by the time they get here, there won't be any virus on them. But you can get a whole bag of like butterflies for a couple dollars, free shipping. Where else can we get tiny little things? You could also use buttons. I know Michael's has some tiny things, or they used to, in the front of the store in those bins. But couple times I've gone in, it's not the same as it was when I worked there. And also, you don't have to use little items like I have. You can use punched out images. You can stamp images on here with a rubber stamp. you can use just little bits of book page and put a little bit of book page down and then maybe a button. So whatever you have in your stash, don't go out and buy a bunch of stuff. The whole idea is use what you have, and get in contact with me, and let me know if you'd like to swap, and I'll start putting packages together, because I'm thinking they'll all fit in one of my little envelopes or bags, and then I can put them in an envelope. I have a few painty envelopes left, but I'd like to make some more. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go now. I've rambled and rambled, and I hope this has given you a few ideas of things that you could do with your bits that are laying around. That's what I was thinking, Josie. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. Bye.